All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw, Newton. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Newton now to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
I get a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective and a first down.
10 more there and another first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing to 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the match.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. So it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9. Watson caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
That's another Texans first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. They go back to the ground now with Miller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Mike, check, 59.
Put the points down, he's coming. Watch the run.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
First down. 1st and 10.
Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Watson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
59.
They're not ready for this, man. They were for this. They still playing soccer.
3rd and long, it's Watson. That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. No field goals in Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. And tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, two teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. That one goes for 24 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 2nd and 12, Watson trying to force it to Hopkins and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
All day, dog.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson, it's complete to Fuller. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards, a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59.
3 buzz.
Check 59 Mike.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. It's caught on the right side at Smith. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Newton. He'll buy some time. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Texans scoop it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And now out comes Houston. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Watson now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Watson going to give this one to Miller. He's got the 1st down, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Throwing on 1st down. Incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, and he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson going deep. They've got his man complete. DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Carolina getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It's Jaleel Adai who brings him down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
On first down, it's Newton. He's going to look deep for Moore. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
And now out comes Houston. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Here's Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
You ready? Alert. Mike's 59. Orbit, 59.
Throwing again is Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting
everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Operating from the gun, Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All day, just like that.
Watson with a give to Miller. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's a give to Miller. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Crunch time, defense.
Again, it's Miller. James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Check, 59. Hey, let's get this.
Watson from the gun, he'll throw. Throw left side complete. That's Carter. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Watson now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Miller. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At the 28-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59. Watch the run.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Mike, check, 59. Come on. You better bring it. 54. Let's go. We got double up.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Completes this to Waring. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kahale Waring with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans cut into that lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that...
Defense almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Here we go.
A nice pickup of 17 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense.
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get out to the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here go. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Dudes. Check.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he loses the football a second time. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
At the 15-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. A give, the first man through, Gillespie of the fullback. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Miller. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense, to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 21-yard line.
From the gun, here's Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And it's a touchdown. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Coming off the pick 6, it's Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And he'll finally be taken down, but he gets inside the Houston 20. A big play there for Carolina. 59 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Able to power through. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Watson now, operating from the gun. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw is Watson. To throw on 3rd down. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now the Auburn alum, Artis Payne. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. He's got his man on the crossing route. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're...
And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton with his 5th touchdown pass of the game. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is, Is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point try good by Gano. So that one will be accepted. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And not a bad Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards, picking up the first. Watson on 1st down. Over the middle. Back, good plays, have them on the move on 1st down. From the 50, it's Watson. Caught on the right side by Jones. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that
way. It'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
The Texans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. To the air yet again. Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Watson and the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Again, it's Watson. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards, the final tally.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Carter, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 19-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On first down, Newton. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Set. 19. 25. 59. Let him know.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Watson now to throw. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. K1 short. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. On 3rd down, Miller. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. A big offensive explosion. Metro field. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and up with the New York Jets. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Mike, check out. 675. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
On first down, it's Locke. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's going to be caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back. A carry for Bryce Love, the 4th rounder from Stanford, gets this to the 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way
the Jets will bring in a nickel set. Haskins will throw. And that will be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Now it's Crowder. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Jamison Crowder. 6 yards. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Dawson tacks on the point after. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard. Now Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. On first down, it's Haskins. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a man in his 13th NFL season. It's Adrian Peterson. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
From midfield now, Haskins. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Henry Anderson gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Check 24, check 24.
Here we go on 4th down, Haskins. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Love. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Let's go. Let's go. Check up. 1, 2, 3. 54 miles. Hey, I'm coming.
Now a first down throw, Locke. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the side. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off of play action, Love. And this is incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed. They've got a little bit questionable.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Love. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now
nothing comes first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
On to try the field goal now, Phil Dawson. From the left hash, this from 39. Dawson's kick is up and through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
He sets to fire deep. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, 79 yards. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
New York set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Escaping the press. And it's a fumble. And the Redskins scoop it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
And from down in Miami, an update. The Dolphins, they're out to an early lead over the Bills. Ryan Fitzpatrick, an early touchdown pass in that one. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again on second and 10, it's Haskins. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Davis. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
After one, 17-7 is our score. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep. And he is in. Bryce. And the Redskins have made this a one-score. Extra point. So now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the... A reminder that coming up later tonight, a good one on Sunday Night Football. We'll see what could have been a playoff matchup a season ago. The Bears and the Rams from L.A. And then tomorrow night, Monday Night Football from down in Mexico. Mexico City, to be precise. The Chiefs and the Chargers going at it. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive.
Get that ball. Check, check. Lucky. Yeah.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Crowder now to return. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And 10 yards to go.
10. A shotgun snap for Locke. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That's caught inside the 20. Big yardage that time for the Jets.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll toss it to Bell running left. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss, the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Ty Montgomery. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded at the 6. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Washington. In for the score. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. With the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receive.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Love. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And that is incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And New York set to take the field. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together, could get into field goal range.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
The Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever. Here's Luck. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they had the right idea. Just take what you can get on third and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved.
Yeah.
You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So they work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Final play of the half. It's Haskins. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken at the 3. And he'll... They'll start the drive with Love here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. From just shy of midfield, Haskins uncorks one for into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. Football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. It's a gain of 7, and it'll a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice, our overall defense. You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
Their offense, I wonder if they might...
From the 16, Luck. In there. The Jets on 3rd down. 3rd and 16. Luck now to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. And they're going to come up empty here.
Stood on the sidelines, and a unit goes out to kick a field goal, and here's special teams. Give up a block.
Yeah, especially in a tight game like this, tied.
Huddle, the last thing you're going to hear everywhere. Make sure you protect. That didn't get done.
The tackle there by Brian Poole.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
There on the handoff.
Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Don't be scared of it. Go. 48 to Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And that's caught inside the 35. And he just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They give it here to Thompson, and he's heating up. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. On 2nd and 9, Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Hopkins. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it.
Let's go. Let's go.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A few inches, that'll be a first down. Now it's Luck off the bootleg. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Gotta imagine the pass. Play action. It's Luck. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Luck to Hilton on the hook up there. 54 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route. We're a little late there, and sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check.
Running to start the drive is Love. And he is brings up. Happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. Just keep that clock.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now off to the races, down the right side. And it's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but Oski.
I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to the air, Haskins after the pick 6. Oh, he got on the opening play of the down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing. We're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type backer that makes
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They go with Thompson again. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 45 on 2nd down, Haskins is going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. They go play action with Haskins. Throw right side, caught by Davis. A very well executed play.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Set. 91. Back to 48 right now. Let's go. 3 buzz. Kill.
1st down, here's a run with Peterson. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 14-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Thompson. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's 3rd and 11.
The Redskins on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Haskins. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Check out. 27.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of...
He's got a man. Complete. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for 1st down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Matt Ioannidis in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Intended for Robbie Anderson. Incomplete. It's now 4th
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One last throw here for Luck. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.